Welcome back, guys, to another episode 7, where we have a special guest tonight. We have Mr. Edward.
What's up, guys? My name's... that was already bad.
We're good. What's your name again? Mr. Edward what?
Edward
Tell them your name.
Edward Miranda.
What do you do?
I do anything credit, man, you know. I help people go from the rat race to financial freedom, leveraging credit.
Amen. There we go. So I've been following you for a while, bro, and I know that you're a fucking credit god. And a lot of people, I would say about what, like 50, 60%? No, I think more, of Americans that don't have credit.
Actually, and it's increasing right now too. So before 2020, it was at 67 million Americans, but have it below 650 credit score.
So how did you get into credit? Like, what was like the thing for you where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna hop on just doing fucking credit and helping other people learn about it, and using it for their advantage, since the banks use us for our advantage.
Right.
So how did you get into it? What is your story, and where did you begin?
So funny enough, it was back in 2017 going to 2018. It was an accident.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was an accident. I didn't mean to get into the credit business, but I somehow mastered it. But okay. So in 2017, 2018, I was pretty much just flipping cars at that time. I wasn't really caring about credit. And then I got with this woman. I won't say her name on here, but got with her, and she started telling me shit about credit. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I got money. Right, I got cash. I don't care. And then my mentor was like, hey, bro, I got a credit business. I'm making some pretty good money. I need your help because you're good at marketing and copywriting. So I'm like, all right, cool, fuck it. Let me go ahead and see what I can do. I did one Facebook ad for free, right, on Marketplace. And I got 150 people off of that. And then so I'm like, all right, cool. And then so I told the guy, my mentor, I was like, bro, what the fuck do I tell them? I don't know shit about credit. And then so he's all like, oh, I got you. And so we were working for like 3 days straight, just replying to everybody. And so out of the 120, 150 people, I think in one weekend we closed 90%.
Wow.
So
out of 150 people.
Yep. So
what were you guys charging? Like
at that time we were doing a monthly basis type thing.
Oh, nice.
So initiation fee was like $250. And then after that, it's $100 a month until we finish your file, which usually takes up to 13 months depending on the file.
So the best things happen by accident.
Yeah, exactly.
You're the second guest on here to say that. That's the crazy part. And he's very well off as well. So that's good. I mean, if you're in a business and you get into it by accident, just stick with it.
Yeah, exactly.
So say you were just like speaking to your to a client and they have nothing, like they have zero fucking credit leverage, nothing. How would you tell them, or where would you tell them to start?
So there's two aspects to that situation, right? So the first aspect, if you have a little bit of money, then you can go ahead, or if you even have family members or friends that have good credit, then they can add you as an authorized user. And an authorized user, or AU, is just piggybacking off of someone else's credit. So whatever.
So do you also get their history?
Yes, you get everything.
Oh shit!
Everything.
Nice.
So you get their history, you get their payment, their perfect payment, and then you get their a score. So if you have like absolute zero, like there's dashes when you check Experian, then within 2 or 3 months of having a good credit card on there, it'll be at 750 within 2 or 3 months.
That's fucking good.
Yeah, so that's the first way. The second way, it'll just be going from zero to secured credit cards. So what I recommend people is getting a Discover It secured credit card and getting a Capital One secured credit card, because those are the best credit cards to start off with. And then from there, after a secured credit card, by the way, is you put in your own money as a down payment. And so let's say like $500, and they'll give you a limit of $500. And then from there, after about 3 to 6 months, they'll send you your money back, and they'll raise your limits as long as your late payments, you don't have any late payments, and as long as you pay your balance in full. Okay. And then that's it. That's all you really need to focus on. But don't overutilize it. Like I recommend.
So for someone that's starting off, is basically get an AU or a secure credit card.
Yeah. Okay. And then make sure that with the secured credit card, do not use more than 15% of the limit. Of the limit. Yeah, and always pay it off in time, of course, and in full.
See, I'm taking notes because I'm learning too.
That's good. Yeah, so, I can teach everybody.
Where to start building credit?
From the secured credit cards, that will definitely start building your credit. From there, you're able to branch out to other credit cards. I would recommend that if you get both the Capital One and Discover 8 credit card, I would recommend going to Chase and getting the Chase Freedom Unlimited card. But make sure your score is around 680, 670 or above, so that way they can approve you. Mainly because Chase, they have this stupid rule, and yes, I'm calling you out, Chase. Fuck you. They have this stupid rule called the 524 rule. And what it is if you get approved for 5 credit cards in the last 24 months, aka 2 years, no matter how fucking good your score is,
They'll deny you.
They'll deny you
For the 6th one.
Yeah, it's like a stuck up bitch.
That's stupid as fuck.
Exactly. So it's like a stuck up girl. Like if you don't have enough money, it's just like no, don't want you, and then just fucking.
Not all, some.
So some of them. I love you all.
In the big cities.
You can stuck me up. It's all good.
So, are you saying get Chase Freedom once you have some kind of leverage, though, right?
Yeah.
What is the importance of leverage? Because I know a lot of people don't really know why credit leverage is important, especially, like, say for myself, like, I have a few businesses, right? If I don't want to dig into my own pocket, what is the best way for me to go in, like, credit-wise?
Well...
Or using, like, OPM, but basically using it from the banks.
Yeah, so, I mean... In that case, then you would just want to start doing business credit, right? So once you have an LLC, I mean, you can do it with a DBA and a sole prep. I wouldn't recommend it because you don't have that many tax write-offs.
Right. Hey, Z. No.
But you can definitely get an LLC set up or a C Corp. Just depends on your income at that point with your business. And just start building your business credit as well. And sometimes if your personal credit is good enough, then you can just go straight to Chase or Amex or... I wouldn't recommend Wells Fargo, Bank of America, but if you like them, go ahead. And just tell them, hey, like I want to get a business credit card, and they'll start you off with a pretty good, decent limit. Okay. They'll start you business wise. Credit card. They'll probably start you off with like 15, 20 grand.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it just depends.
You can
again
open
on
a business
much,
with that.
Yeah, it just depends on how much money you got in the bank, and obviously how your credit is.
Okay, so we got that one down packed. I definitely gotta open one of those. So, say, for example, right, like I'm starting off a business, and I do have credit, but I don't have money. How would I get the money?
Use the banks. Use the banks, dude. This is exactly how I became where I am now.
Well,
like,
would I need like a 700 credit score to get like 20 grand, 30 grand?
Oh, yeah, 100%. But so here's the misinformation a lot of people think when I tell them that I get them funded, right? So when people think funding, they think loan, right? Like if you want 30 grand, they're like, oh, well, that's like an 8% fucking loan. It's like, no, it's not. It's not a whole lump sum of funding. What I mean is credit stacking. Right. So if you want to open a business, which is what I help people do, if they want to get into the Amazon game or trucking game or whatever they want to do or open up their own business, then what I do is I get their LLC set up, get their business credit set up, and then make sure their personal credit's on point, of course. Preferably a 730 FICO score or above. And then from there, we do credit stacking. So there's a lot of credit cards out there where they're 0% intro APR for 9 to 21 months. It just depends on the bank and credit union. And then from there, you just stack them up. But there's a certain way to do it.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Like, what is the best sequence in order to get to the top or to have all of these cards at once?
Okay, so I'll give you the secret for free. Even though I charge people to do it, so they're gonna get mad. But most
you guys are fucking lucky that you guys are getting this information.
And right I get paid
because I had to pay for information like this. I swear. Like I've had like my credit is like a 735, 740 now, but it was like a 550 or lower, I think, or like 530. And I literally had to pay like $3,000.
Yeah, my business my business clients for my mentoring for credit and everything else, they pay a minimum of 10 grand.
Yeah, like how much did you spend just on mentors trying to teach you this shit? Like a shitload of money.
Countless. Yeah. If you're trying to get into the credit business, I would recommend going to Credit Con. They usually do in like big cities, and that's how I started my journey and just network with people.
I appreciate you for giving the game a little bit for free too.
Yeah, of course. So going back to the question, so to get the best credit cards, like I said, with 0% intro, there's banks and there's credit unions, so we utilize both. And essentially what we're doing is we're applying for a lot of these credit cards and business lines of credit and personal lines of credit and a whole bunch of other shit, and to a lot of banks and credit unions. So when we do that, when you apply for one credit card or one loan or whatever, what they usually do is they ding your credit in all three bureaus. Equifax, TransUnion, Experian, right? So they'll ding it just for one card or one line of credit or whatever.
And then would that be like when you say ding? Is that a hard inquiry?
Yeah, hard inquiry. Thank you. So they'll give you a hard inquiry in all three or two of the credit bureaus. So what we do is we call up Experian or TransUnion or Equifax and tell them to freeze it. So like for example with Chase they only pull from your Experian or TransUnion. And so what we'll do is we'll freeze Equifax and TransUnion, and then so that way they only pull from your Experian. They only get one hard inquiry instead of getting three.
So that doesn't affect your whole entire FICO score.
Exactly. Okay. So yeah, instead of getting one hard inquiry for all three for one fucking credit card, you get one hard inquiry for one credit card.
That's smart as fuck.
Yeah.
Is there a possible way where let's say you're about to get a car, right? And you gotta remove like one thing by tomorrow. Like, is it possible to remove a hard inquiry in 24 fucking hours?
Oh yeah, easy. I do that all the time.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
that's what my boy did, and I'm like, how'd you do it? And he's just like, I'm a wizard. He wouldn't tell me. Yeah. But I don't expect you to tell me.
Yeah, it's easy for me. All I do is just rub the middle of my fucking forehead and just be like, delete.
Fuck, watch this.
You want to see some magic? Look at this shit. Oh, gone. Now you got a 750.
Oh shit, I do. Look.
You're welcome. Yeah, I won't charge you.
There's a lot of credit hacks, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. So the best way is to freeze them before they go into all three, basically.
Two. Yeah.
So how long does it take for them to like actually process the inquiry?
It depends on the bank. Usually within a couple hours.
Okay. So
yeah.
You got to be quicker than that.
Yeah, basically. Exactly. And then I'll give another fucking free game out there.
That's crazy.
There's certain credit unions. I prefer credit unions over banks any day. There's certain credit unions where
Navy Federal is a credit union.
Yeah, Navy Federal is a credit union, and then there's First Tech, and then there's Schools First. Even NASA. Yeah. NASA has their own credit union as well. Shit, and you just gotta pay $15 a year for their NASA membership, and you get access to it, and that's it. But yeah. So with credit unions, all of them operate differently, of course. But there's a certain one out there that I won't name out there because I don't want to give it away too much. But there's one credit union out there where they'll give you one hard inquiry on one credit bureau, and you can get with that one hard inquiry, you have 45 days to get personal loans, credit card, and even an auto loan with that one hard inquiry.
Within that 35 days, 45 days?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter if you're buying a house or buying a car.
With the house is a little bit different.
Right.
But if you're trying to get a personal credit card, business credit card, and a auto loan, you know how auto loans, they'll be like, oh, okay, cool, here's the money, we'll send it to whatever dealership. Yeah, no, they'll send the money to you. They won't even check for the VIN or anything. They'll just cash you out. It's like, that's crazy. You got approved for a $30,000 auto loan. Here, we'll deposit to your bank.
That's actually what I was gonna ask you. So I used to do the same thing you used to do, flip cars in the beginning when I first moved out here. And when I wanted to get my first car, finance it, I was doing so much research on credit and stuff. And it's better to take out an auto loan from your bank or a bank rather than going to the dealership and getting a loan for that car there. Why is that?
Well, why
are auto loans better?
Because when you go to a dealership, they're gonna try and run up your credit to every single bank to see who offers more or who offers less. Sorry, and then so for example, again, it's not every dealership, but most dealerships are like this. If they get you approved for Capital One's gonna go ahead and say, all right, yeah, this guy got approved for 7%. Right. The dealer's gonna be like, you got approved for 9% because they're biting off an extra 2%. Off of that loan. And so when you go straight to your bank, to Chase or Navy Federal or whatever, then you're literally eliminating all those hard inquiries, and you're getting the best deal with them because you already have a relationship with that bank or credit union.
Right.
Yeah, so it's better to just go straight to the bank and just tell them, I want auto loan. What can you guys get me approved for? And they'll just let you know, and just take that pre-approval letter and go to the bank. To the dealership. And
tell them that, hey, I got this amount from this bank, and I'm ready to buy that car.
Just don't tell them in the beginning, though. Right. Don't tell them, because then they're going to start treating you like shit. Because now they're like, oh, well, we don't have fucking leverage here, right? So they're just going to be fucking dickheads and just be like, oh, well, fuck this guy, Right. So, yeah, just...
Does that same thing work for Teslas?
Tesla's a little bit different.
Yeah, huh?
I wouldn't recommend it because I hate Tesla. No, I'm just kidding. Love you, Elon. But I just don't like electric cars. But yeah, it's a little bit similar. Yeah, you can do about the same thing. I don't know what their process is. I never bought a Tesla, but I'm sure you could probably do the same thing.
I honestly just want to get one for tax purposes.
Yeah. You know, you can get a hybrid and get the same tax purposes. Yeah. Just get.
But it's like, why get a hybrid when I can get the best thing?
Because you can get a 580.
Oh, yeah.
A Mercedes 580.
Yeah, that's true.
a hybrid.
That's true. That is hybrid. Or the EQ. I love the
Oh
EQs.
yeah, it looks weird.
It does look weird, but the inside is just like.
Oh yeah, it's
whoa.
exquisite.
Sexy as fuck. That
Beautiful.
you can actually put that as a tax write-off, no?
Yeah, you can.
On a business.
Mm-hmm.
So, say I'm opening a business now.
Right.
I have money. I have personal credit, but I don't have business credit.
Okay.
Where do I go? What do I do to establish myself business credit for my business?
So it's similar to
Personal
credit. So you have two situations. Same thing. You can get trade lines. You can get authorized users or primaries, and they'll stay on there for about 12 to 24 months, depending on who you get it from and where. The second option is getting vendor accounts. So starting from scratch. So you can go.
What do you mean by vendor accounts?
So like Uline, the company Uline, you can go to Uline or you can go to shirtsy.com.
Right.
And you can open up a vendor account with them, and just use a minimum of like $100, $200 a month, on each vendor account, and just pay it off in full because they're called net 30s, so you have 30 days to pay it off.
Okay.
And so once you pay them off for about 2 to 3 months, then you can go ahead and get store accounts. So you can go to like Home Depot or Lowe's or Walmart,
And just start
Costco,
swiping.
yeah, and then just get business credit lines to there, and then you can go into personal, business.
So
like, bank accounts,
say
but-
my business is making like $500,000 a year.
Then you can skip all that fucking
I
process.
can skip that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You can
Alright.
just go straight.
I'm not
directly
making
to
$500,000 a year yet, but I'm saying I think it will. But if I would
Oh,
like,
you will.
if I'm making like $100K a year,
Yeah,
can I still like skip through that?
my bad. Let me go.
I got you. So if I'm making $100K a year, and I want to open another business, duplicate it, but I need $100,000 cash, or in credit, and I'm low on cash.
Then I mean, if your credit's good, then you can go ahead and just go to. Again, you can either do credit stacking and just do that.
Which is the best way though? Like, which is like, what way would you do it? Like, would you do it by credit stacking, or would you do it through the way that you just explained with opening first business, business credits, and getting
Well,
larger amounts?
if you already have money and you already have a good credit and a business, then you just go straight to credit stacking.
Okay.
Yeah, because once you're in credit stacking, you're gonna get business credit cards and personal credit cards, so that's gonna add up even more.
Right.
So with most clients that I have, they already have some credit or pretty good credit and some income under business. So we usually get them approved anywhere from like $50,000 to $300,000, 0% interest, 10 to 21 months.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah.
fucking good.
So it's a lot of money.
And where can people like find you so they could like ask for your help or get you to like give them some advice or even get you a new client? Is it at your Instagram?
Yeah, it'll be my Instagram at Edward_Miranda Salcedo.
You're giving us a lot of free game, bro. Like a fucking shitload of free game.
Yeah, man, it's just trying to help people get out of the rat race. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
But yeah, so you can find me on Instagram at Edward_Miranda Salcedo. I do have a YouTube channel that I just set up, so if you look up my name, it probably won't come up, but it is in my Instagram.
I'll
link.
put the link down below.
Yes.
Like right here, somewhere here.
Yeah, and then you guys can go on there. And then I do have 2 playlists on that YouTube. One of them is how to build business credit from scratch, and then the other one's how to build personal credit from scratch as well. And then there's also like websites that I put in there that you can look up, and those websites will also lead you up to wherever the hell you want to go.
So me and Zizi have one question that we've been dying to ask.
Sure.
Cause me and Zizi love traveling.
Oh yeah.
Right,
me
Zizi?
too.
Right, Papush? Okay, go inside. Go inside.
Yeah, that dog deserves to travel more.
Yeah, he does. He does. He's a little spoiled, right? He has a better childhood than I ever had. But anyways,
That makes 2 of us.
so say I want to travel, right? I've seen like Ruben De Leon and Sean Shawarma and
Yeah.
all those people, like
Great
they're
guys.
fucking like huge in like travel, like just travel hacks.
Yeah.
So how do I get into, well, like, or at least like first starting into, you know what? Let me rephrase that question. What are the 3 best credit cards to get for travel?
The 3 best ones definitely will be, of course, they have an annual fee. The first one I would say is Chase Sapphire Preferred or Reserve. And the second one would be the Amex Platinum. You can get the gold as well, but if you don't have a relationship with Amex yet,
Get the platinum.
get the platinum right away. But you got to be careful with Amex. They're very, very picky when it comes to your spending habits and all that stuff. And then also remember they have I think a $600 or $700 annual fee, but it comes with benefits and stuff. So just look into that. And then the other one I would say is
What do you think about Chase Freedom?
Freedom is good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Freedom.
That's
is
like
good
restaurants and stuff like
yeah,
that,
and
right?
gas and stuff. But I like the Sapphire because then you get access to the lounges when you go to
Right.
the airports, and then
Right.
you can just network with other people there too. So it's a great networking opportunity. Same thing with Amex. You have the Amex Lounge, and then the third one will be the Capital One Venture X. That one's really, really good. They've been
Capital One what? Sorry.
Venture X.
Venture X.
Yeah, that one is really good. Even though they just came out, I think a year or two ago.
What does that one give you?
It changes, but I think the first 3 or 6 months, like once you get it approved, I think they give you 100,000 bonus points.
Oh, that's fucking
Yeah.
nice. That's
So-
like a trip to Dubai and back.
Pretty
Almost,
much.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's at a
It's like
discount.
60,000 points for like.
Well,
one
here's
ticket,
the thing though, is that depending on the points on where they're at, like Amex or Chase or Capital One, they all have different values. Yeah, so they're all different. So
Yeah,
you gotta
know
be
that.
careful with that. And there's also other travel credit cards that you can get, like airline specific, like Delta Airline. You can get those, or you can get like Hilton Hotel airline hotel Hilton Hotel credit cards. My bad. There's too many H's in there.
Hilton hotel credit cards.
Yeah,
And those are just to stay at like hotels, right?
yeah. With
So does the
Hilton.
Chase Sapphire also give you like hotel deals and stuff?
oh
like
yeah,
that?
yeah. Because
'Cause
Hilton
I'm
Hotel.
always at hotels or Airbnbs or whatnot. I know it doesn't work on Airbnbs.
No,
but
some of them do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them do. They will give you a discount.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, like Chase actually backs up.
So
Hilton
if
Hotel.
I was to get one right now, which one would you prefer?
The Platinum.
The Amex Platinum.
Yeah, the Amex Platinum.
How much do they give you like as a sign up bonus, like in points, like 60?
100,000. 100,000.
100,000?
Yeah,
We're
and
gonna apply.
that one's
We are
valuable.
applying right after this.
Yeah, that was valuable because that 100,000 is equivalent in cash of like $1,300.
Right, and that's like 600 a year, no?
Yeah, 600 or 700 a year. It's around there. And then yeah, like if you get 100,000 bonus points, then you can go ahead and go to Miami and back from California for free.
That's fucking nice.
Yeah, and it's cool too because you sometimes depending on like what deals they have, you can upgrade to first class for like way fucking less.
No way.
Yeah, like I went to Miami recently, and my first class trip there from California was $50.
That's fucking
because
good.
I used my freaking credit card. So
Right. Well, there you go. Amex Platinum.
yeah.
So
Amex Platinum
is there
the
is there
best
one where there's no annual fee yet it gives you the same amount?
The Chase Freedom Unlimited is good, and then the Amex Everyday Card. That one's also really, really good. And the Discover It credit card is good in cashback. So you can also use that cashback to redeem in cash, and then from there purchase the ticket or whatever you need.
Right.
But yeah, those are there's a lot of credit cards, man.
Yeah.
There's one that's new in America that came from Britain called Brixit.
Brixit?
Yeah, it's
I've
a
never
business
heard of
credit.
that.
I
Brixit.
barely heard of it recently too. But yeah,
I
it
love
was.
brisket. I'm in love with brisket.
Oh, dude,
I just had some yesterday from Crafts and Smokehouse. It's so fucking good.
never been there. I gotta.
Oh, bro, we're going right after this. It's
Alright, let's do it.
It's like a big ass burrito with brisket in it. It's just like, oof. But you said it's called what?
Brixit, Brixit, Brixit credit card. It's new to America. They just came barely like.
And is that like a travel
Yeah,
credit
it's
card,
cashback
or-
and travel.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's.
And it works here.
Yeah, it works here. Yeah, they just brought it from Britain to America
That's
last
fucking
year.
crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it's black too, so if you want to get a black American Express Shatarian credit card,
Right.
you can get the Brixit. It's black.
Is that the black cards that I be hearing rappers say?
Yeah, honestly, It's
Like,
more.
my mama got a black card.
Yeah, it's
Unlimited.
more of a clout thing than an
Yeah.
actual beneficial thing, because it
When
has
you see
the
someone
same.
with a black card, you're like, oh wow.
Yeah, exactly. It's like someone in a Range Rover. It's like, ooh, this is a fucking Range
Wow.
Rover, Mercedes.
Okay.
But
How
as
much
far
money would you need though to just get
you
that?
have to get invited, and your business expenses has to be per year about $200,000. Yeah, and then from there they'll invite you, and
So you gotta be making $500,000.
or more. Yeah, exactly. I'm not to that level yet, but even if they did invite me, I'd probably deny it, because dude, it's a $50,000 initiation fee.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. I think it's 50 or 25 around there. It's crazy. And
Is
then
that just a one-time payment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, then from there's an annual fee too, but I don't remember.
Probably like 10 grand.
Probably. I don't know. I mean, it's a business expense, sure,
Yeah,
but
that's
still, it's like you get the same benefits as a platinum.
So we covered what's the 3? You actually gave us 5 great fucking credit cards to get. What can you do with a 700 plus credit score? Like, for the people that's out there right now watching, if you have a shitty fucking score and you're more than 21 years old, I would say 18.
Yeah.
Even 18 you can ask your mom and dad. 17, put them under their credit card lines until you turn 18, get your own one.
Mm-hmm.
But if we are speaking to the majority of people that are 21 and under, men, women, whatever, what is the benefit of having a 700 plus credit score?
So there's a lot of benefits. For the most people,
Yeah.
it's the American dream. They want to buy a fucking home and all that shit. It's kind of stupid, but whatever. If that's your dream, I'm not going to shit on it. Oh, thank you. I'm not going to shit on it. If you want to buy a house, go ahead. But what I would recommend is buying a 4-plex. And then from there, living in 1, renting out the 3. And
Right,
then,
that's what I was thinking about too.
Yeah, that's how I started.
Tennessee or somewhere.
Yeah, I had one in Henderson, Nevada.
Nice.
But yeah, so the benefits is it's variety. You get in America, at least, you need credit for anything. If you need credit to buy a house, you need credit to buy a duplex or quadplex. You need credit to start a business. You need credit to get a car loan. You need credit for anything. So the main benefits that I would tell people why you need to focus on fixing your credit if it's bad, if you have collections or whatever, you can hit me up for that too. And then leveraging it to a 750 is because if you don't want to be at your job any longer or for forever, then credit is a gateway to get into the bank's money, which you don't probably have. You probably don't have $100,000, right? And then you can utilize the bank's money to make more money. So that's why I tell people is like, listen, just focus on your credit. From there, you can leverage the bank's money to make you money, and then from there, you can just pay them back. They'll love you even more because you're paying them back, obviously with interest. And then from there, they're just like, all right, cool. You're making more money now. What can we do for you? How can we suck your dick? So so they'll be offering you sometimes I have a business executive manager in Chase, and he invites me to freaking what's that? Bistros?
Bistros.
Yeah, Bistros and Steakhouse or whatever.
Yeah.
Or Fogo de Chao, just to talk about how I can make more money with him and shit.
That's fire as fuck. There
Yeah,
you go.
so it's good.
So huge benefits to have a 700 plus.
Oh,
credit score.
100%. If you want to feel like an Instagram model and you're an ugly guy like me, I'm just kidding. I'm actually good looking. But if you want to feel appreciated, the banks and credit unions, they'll take you out if you have good credit and good money.
That's what's up. There you go. If you're ugly with no credit score and you don't feel appreciated, that's where you go.
Just make sure you get clout. It's going to be beneficial.
That's honestly really good. Honestly, I do have a good credit score, but I would love to have at least more credit cards. So I think my best option here is to do the credit stacking. I don't know what it is for other people, but get your fucking credit up. Cash isn't king anymore. Cash is always just gonna devalue more and more as the years go by. Inflation. It's just the dollar worth is not the same as it was back then. I remember back then, bro. How old are you?
25.
25, same. So I remember when I was probably 8, 9 years old, bro. With $1, I was getting 3 juices, 4 fucking candies, and 2 lollipops. Now I go there and it's $1.50 or something just for a fucking drink. I'm like, what the fuck happened, bro?
The only
thing you can afford, $2.49 now at gas station.
You can only afford it Arizona at that point.
Yeah, they've never switched up. It's always been 99 cents. Shout out to Arizona. So
And Costco. Costco.
And Costco.
They never raised the price of the hot dog.
They actually did. They actually
They
did.
did?
Yeah, $1.
Never mind. Fuck Costco.
$1.
Actually, no. I love Costco. I go there all the time. They have.
I actually just got. I don't have my wallet, but I just got the executive black
Me
card,
too, yeah.
and I felt like a king. I'm like, yes, sir.
That's
like,
the only black card that matters. Fuck the Amex one. I'm just
they're
kidding.
like, hey, dude, like, why don't you just get a fucking Costco thingy? I'm like, what's the benefits? He told me the benefits, and then, oh, did you know this? They said that if you are in if you're in a airport and you don't have your passport, you can use the Costco card to identify who you are and still fly. So what they will do, because they were asking me so much shit when I was like applying like in person, and I was like, why are you guys asking for so much shit like this? Like nobody really asks us for shit like this. They're like, well, if you're in an airport and you lost your passport, whatever happened to your passport, you can actually fly back home using your Costco executive membership. Because what they will do is they will contact Costco, make sure that that is you, the picture matches, everything matches, and you can fly back home.
Wow.
So
See,
like, okay.
I'm an asshole because I just went up to the person and was like, give me the executive. And they're like, okay. And they start explaining what it comes with. I'm like, I don't care. Just give me the executive.
No,
Here's
I
my
listened.
information.
I fucking
That's
listened.
it.
I was like,
know.
okay.
I'm just like, just give me my fucking card. I was buying a Kangen water machine.
Yeah,
and then literally I was like, okay, cool. I want it. Here's the money. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, oh, do you know the benefits? I wouldn't be buying it if I didn't know the benefits. I'm like, here's my fucking money. Don't explain it, or else I'll go with someone else.
Yeah.
But I'm just like that though. That's just me. I'm an asshole.
So
I
once he explained it, I'm like, okay, this does have a lot of benefits, and then I ended up paying like something.
The thing is like 120.
Yeah, 132 with taxes or whatnot for like the whole year, and then I've been using it every day. Like, bro, I'm so old. I'm not even old, but I feel so fucking old because like I look forward to my Costco runs.
Oh, dude, 100%.
I'm like, fuck.
100%.
You ran out of food, ZZ? Okay, we out.
Yeah.
You still have like
We're
two
buying
boxes.
in bulks, bitch. You're getting this dick in bulk too.
Literally, bro, everything is bulky now. Like the whole fridge is always stacked up. I love it.
Yeah.
Instead of
it
me
was
going
funny.
to,
They didn't have fucking eggs because of the whole egg shit that's going on.
I know. I went there. They didn't have shit.
Yeah,
bro.
but I
They just
got
had
some egg whites. Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
they
egg
had some
whites.
and those are honestly they're
Better.
really good.
Yeah,
I like the yolk
too.
because it gives you more vitamins. There's more beneficial
Yeah.
factors inside the yolk. But the egg whites, they're not bad. I mean, they're
I just
cool.
put in my protein shake and I'm like, let's fucking
Yeah,
go.
like all these chickens are like fucking bougie now and shit. They're like,
You know what? Let's get into it.
Yesterday's price was not today's price.
That's so me.
I feel like chickens remind me of Cardi B. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why.
Except they don't drug us or rape us.
Yeah.
They take our money.
Cardi B is she's a good woman, bro. I don't know her personally, but I do believe she's a good woman, you know?
I don't know. All I know is that she has.
So. Cardi. Don't do anything stupid. Please, make me look dumb.
She has millions of dollars and she's complaining about fucking.
She's from the Bronx, so I'm from the Bronx, so I know how it is to
Oh,
come
you
up.
are?
Yeah, I know
Oh,
how it
shit.
is to come up, bro, from like literally nothing. And then she made her way up, and she married a rich man, and now she got a rich kid, rich money.
I know, but she's still complaining about
Shit.
fucking
She
prices at the market at the.
Well, it's the
grocery
Bronx
market.
in us, bro. Because you have to understand, like, if you come from nothing,
Yeah.
nothing.
Hey, I've been there.
Right? I know you have, but it's a different kind of vibe when it's like
From the
Bronx.
Oh,
Like
okay.
you see shit that you're just like, what the fuck? Like I didn't even know people lived like that. Like it's insane. So when I do, even though I have money, I'm good. I could literally rest off for a year and do nothing, and I'll be okay. I still wake up with the mentality like I'm broke.
Yep.
I'm broke.
Yep.
I'm broke. Like, and that's the way she is. That's why I like her because she's like always like okay, like chasing the bag.
Right.
But you can't chase the bag because then it'll just lead you to your grave. You gotta stop, enjoy life. You know, moments at a time.
But listen, woman. Listen. Woman, you can chase your bag up until you're 20. Other than that, just
20?
20. Because then you can just go get a rich man.
I mean, yes,
because
but remember, we're in a society now where women would rather get it on themselves and not need a man.
True, but then
That's
once
why
they're
they hate Andrew
32
Tate.
and no one wants them,
Yeah.
and then once they're 40, then they might just commit suicide, unfortunately.
No, yeah. I do believe in that.
Or be
Like
depressed.
depressed, yes. I think more men commit suicides. Like
Oh, yeah.
statistically, men are
Oh, yeah.
always killing themselves. And
Yeah, our lives are harder.
Our lives are harder because biologically it's supposed to be. Thank
Hell
you,
yeah.
God. But
Thank Allah. Ooh.
thank Allah for giving us the hardships to make us men. And honestly, I do love women though. Like they do have a lot of charisma when they are focused on one man and one business and one
yeah.
goal. Like if you have a good woman by your side, bro, like a really, really good woman, fuck Andrew Tate, fuck everybody else that tells you fuck women, fuck that. That's not true. If you have a fucking good woman and she's holding you down, like I'm talking about, like you're falling, she's picking your fucking head up, like don't fucking fall, king.
Yep.
You treat that fucking woman like,
Oh yeah,
like
100%.
like she wants to be treated. But if she's a liar, if she's unloyal, if she's doing shit behind your back, fuck that bitch. I'm sorry, because the same way goes to a woman. If you have a man that's a bum and treats you like shit, fuck that guy. That's your fault too for being with that. But if you have a good man that's a leader, he's leading you, he's teaching you, he's giving you knowledge, he's giving you wisdom, he's giving you taking care of you in every possible way, physically, mentally, financially, then you fucking stand by that man.
Yep.
And you make sure that he's on a good path the same way you would want to be on a good path if you wanted a man to do the same for you. So that's honestly the truth. Andrew Tate, bro, look, I used to be, this is sidetracking to a different conversation, but I used to be so heavily like pro Tate. Like very like, fuck that, fuck this. And then as like time, just a little time passed by and I started like meditating and self-reflecting and I'm like, yo, like he's a good fucking marketer. This is why, bro. I'm gonna tell you the secret to his success. When you're hurt, right? When you're fucking hurt by a woman, right? Especially a woman.
Oh yeah, you just put on some Andrew Tate.
You put on some Andrew Tate, bro, and you're like, fuck that bitch.
Shit, let's go.
Fucking man.
Motivation.
You know why? Anger, bro.
Yep.
Anger can control you and everything else that you're feeling. Whether you're feeling sad, anger comes in there, you're like, okay, like, I gotta get this shit popping. Like, I gotta be a fucking lit-ass fucking guy and just go, like, ham, stupid. And that's why I resonated with him, because I was hurt in the moment. I was so hurt, bro, by this one girl, 31 years old, piece of shit, honestly.
31?
31, I'm 25. But whatever, you know? And that's just one woman, and I was reflecting on all women. Because I was watching Andrew Tate, I was watching so much shit that it just kept affecting me to like, I fuck this, like I'm gonna get a bag, I'm gonna do this, and then as time went by, I'm like, hey, wait, hold on, like I just like became best friends with this other girl, and she's nothing like my ex. She's like nothing, and I don't even see her like that. She's just a friend. So she kind of opened my eyes, like, okay, like hold on, Weg, like just because this motherfucker is saying it in a hurtful way because you're hurt, so he's basically controlling you now. Because you are feeding off him. You have to step back, watch reality like unfold in front of you, and be like, all right, like there is good women out there, but my main goal is to become the best version of myself, so that way you could find a significant other that has the best version of you inside of her.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
if you don't do that, honestly, bro, we're just gonna keep like feeling angry, tormented, and like delusional at points, and it's just like in the back of our head we know we're wrong, but there's someone in the front of our head which is on the screen telling us that's not wrong. So you gotta like take a step back and be like, all right.
Yeah,
like,
it's the same thing. Even he in podcasts, even he says the same thing. He was like, yeah, like the news and everything is trying to like manipulate you, and he's like, even
I believe in what he says about the Matrix for sure.
100%,
100%.
But he, when he said this, he was talking about like everything about women and everything, right? So what he was saying was like, hey, like, you know, the Matrix is trying to manipulate you, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, even I am trying to manipulate you.
Yeah.
In a certain way,
he's a good
right?
manipulator. Bro.
Yeah. Oh, he's great.
He's great at it. He's great at what he does.
That's a really good skill to have. The women are really good at it.
Stay mysterious and not controlling. Stay mysterious. Don't give women all of your time. Don't move her in as soon as...
Just don't put her on a pedestal, pretty much.
Yeah, no, like, not yet, until you know who she is and what she's offering you. Yeah. Once you see that she's offering you more than any woman has offered you, you put that woman on a high pedestal. But until then, you stick to your shit. You focus on you. Focus on your fucking credit, you fucking bum. And just leverage that shit up to a point where you can open more businesses, do more shit, and you go from there. Don't be a bum. Get a lump sum of cash, do a lump sum of credit, and just work your way up. Because at the end of the day, you're going to keep chasing these butterflies, right? When you could just have a fucking garden where the butterflies could come. Yeah. Too. So it's like, I'd rather have my own garden, bro. I'd rather have a big-ass garden where I'm just laid back, chilling. Mama's happy, sister's happy. 6 of them are actually happy. I got 6 sisters, 2 brothers. I'm the oldest out of 8 kids. I'd rather have my garden to them first, and then the butterflies could come. And we could turn into a caterpillar or whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
We go
And
backwards a little bit, see what you got.
And that's how it should be, because with you gotta, as a man, you gotta take care of women.
Yeah, you do, bro.
The right woman, of course.
What's your like? Who do you believe in? Like, what's your religion that you believe in?
I don't have an exact, like, I'm dedicated to religion.
Are you an atheist?
No, I believe in God.
I was like, wait.
I used to be atheist years ago, though.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I guess, yeah, like, the past 3 years, I just been, I don't really resonate with Catholicism. Because I with the whole priest and molestation and going on in fucking churches, I don't really fuck with it. And then Christianity, it's in America, but not really anyone takes it seriously. And then there's fucking gay pastors that are transgenders now. So I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna take?
And nothing against you guys or women. I don't know what to call you guys. He, she, he.
It's whatever.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I don't. I think that's unmoral.
Yeah, no, exactly. Because it doesn't go with the Bible. You know what I mean?
It doesn't go with the Bible.
And then with Muslim, Islamic,
it's always been one thing.
Yeah, it's always one thing.
Never
ever.
It's just
like, make sure your woman's not on fucking taking bikini photos out there, on Instagram.
Do you know why?
Why what?
Do you know why women wear like the hijab and everything?
Yeah, because it's only meant for the men to see.
There's also another reason.
Oh, please.
So since I'm Muslim, I've done my research about it really, really thoroughly. It's because women have more empowerment to themselves when they don't show themselves. So that basically what that means is that a Muslim woman has more power than an American woman. If the American woman is half naked and the Arab woman is not, she has more power than you. Even though you look sexy as fuck, blah, blah, blah. I think that's Western culture, and that's fine. I just don't believe in that. But hey, baby, you look good, that's just not wifey material to me. Yep. I would want my wife to look beautiful and do everything that she can do to make her, soul be better. But I look at the soul. But before we get off topic, the reason why women wear the hijab is because they don't want to seem like an object. That's the real reason.
You know what? It's funny because I've thought of that, but I never really dug deep into it.
Yeah, women are not objects, bro.
Yeah, no, they're not.
And when you're like this and you're showing off your body,
sexy and shit, like
to a man, like to a rich guy, that's just like damn, like I would want that next to me. That's a trophy. Yep. That ain't wifey. That's a trophy.
Yeah.
It ends with a Y, but it's not the same Y. It ain't the same Y.
Yeah, it's valuable. You know.
Yeah, like you have more value when you're more like covered. You're more like, okay, like this is for my husband, this is for me, this is for the people that I want them to see. Like I don't want everyone to see. That's what's wrong with society right now. It's like if you got a bad looking body and you got a nice cute face, it don't matter if you're broke, it don't matter if you're a shitty person, it don't matter nothing. Like a guy would just come and get
wreck
you and make your life from 0 to 10 real quick for a little bit until he finds someone younger than you when you get older. That's literally how men work. Like, you're a man, I'm a man. We know how it works, bro.
Yeah.
So
that's why it's good to have 4 wives.
It's permissible in Islam, but that's also a different topic too, bro. Damn.
There's so many.
Yeah, like when people say like, "Oh, but you can have 4 wives. Why can't I have 4 girlfriends?" Motherfucker, are you dumb? You just said it. Girlfriends and wives. Do you know the difference here? Like, I have to go to each one of those women's father and ask for their blessing. Yep. You have 4 girlfriends. You are putting your dick into 4 different holes every other day, different days, without it being halal or being pure. Like, I'd rather have 4 wives than 4 girlfriends. If I have enough money to take care of 4 wives, then I'm going to have 4 wives. If my wife is completely fine, she could have kids, she could do everything, I don't need 4 wives. I just need 1.
Right.
But if my wife has some kind of trouble later on and stuff, and I do want to have kids, she's going to have to come to an understanding where it's like, hey, like, are you okay? I have to ask her too. I can't just go and marry someone on top of her.
Yeah, of course.
I have to ask her like, hey, are you okay with me taking in this woman who is a widow? She has no husband in her life, and she has a kid, and she is lifeless right now. It would be my duty as a Muslim man to take that wife in if you are okay with that. You're doing 2 things. 1, you are taking another woman out of her misery. 2, you're able to have kids. 3, you're uniting 2 women with you and expanding Islam and your your name basically.
Yeah.
So you're doing so much. You're doing it, bro. I've literally like I remember I was at some clubs like months ago, and people were like coming at me like, "Oh, you can have 4 wives, and it's crazy because we can have 4 girlfriends, but you look more
They had
like
to
you."
come up to you and say
Yeah,
that
and I'm
shit?
just
That
like
sounds dumb.
bro, you're a fucking hoe. I'm a man. Like, you see the difference here?
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh man, you think you're the shit. I'm like, bro, listen, like,
I'm
I'd rather have wives, my guy. You can keep the
Yeah.
hoes. Like, I'd rather have wives that were ready to die for me, type shit. Raise my kids, do everything, live under one big ass house, and we all get along.
Yeah, my saying is
It's
if
different.
your credit score is under 700, you deserve girlfriends. If it's above 700, you deserve wives.
Yeah, no, shit, no. I like that. I really do. Say that shit again, bro. Fuck, I'm gonna have that fucking quote. If your credit,
If your credit's under 700, you deserve girlfriends. If it's over 700, you deserve wives. Because you can't do shit. I literally had a millionaire. I won't say his name. But
or you deserve a wife.
a wife. There you go. Yeah, a wife. I had a millionaire come to me, and he makes millions of dollars a year.
Mm-hmm.
And he's all like, "Hey, man, I need your help with credit." I'm like, "What do you mean? You make like fucking $5 million a year just printing money, bro?" And he's all like, "Yeah, but I don't have credit, so I can't get approved for this fucking place." I was like,
Oh my
"Did you
God.
show him your bank statements?" And he's all like, "Yeah, they don't care. They said there's people that make more and still have good
Oh,
credit." So I'm just all like, okay.
No, you'd be
like-
surprised, bro. Like, there's so many millionaires out there that I also know that don't have nothing. Like credit wise, they have nothing.
It's crazy because
they just think, like-
I come from a different
And they're all older heads.
yeah,
older heads,
no,
too.
I bet because I became what I am now because of credit. If it weren't for credit, I was just like, how the fuck did I do it? Like how
Yeah.
could I do it? But now, I mean, yeah, now with my knowledge, I can know how to do it without credit, but it's still gonna be more fucking difficult. It's just a little easier path, a little easier way with leveraging credit.
100%. I agree with that, bro. So today's episode is basically just getting yourself established with credit, opening up the credit cards that he has talked about, opening up business credit as well through what he said to do, And you guys are getting a shit ton of game, and not just credit wise, even life wise itself. But definitely the credit wise will help you elevate your your businesses in business credit. It will definitely help your life elevate, a little bit more better than where you guys are at now, especially if
Yeah.
you don't have any kind of fucking credit score.
In every way, it'll help you in your
Yeah,
life.
even if you're trying to get a car, bro, don't go and just get a car from the dealership. Get a auto loan and then take that pre-qualified letter to to the dealership. Don't show them first. Just have it on hand, and then get your car and have a lower APR and probably even a lower down payment. Yeah, because you're already walking in there with a pre-qualified 30,000, 35,000
At that point, you don't need to give because actually it's illegal for dealerships to have
to take.
to take
and people put like $10,000 down
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah,
It's just like,
stupid.
bro.
Yeah, no. Once you already have a pre-approval, you don't need to give them fucking shit. You just
Mm-hmm.
grab the car and that's it. Because what's gonna happen next is the whatever Chase or Navy Federal is gonna go ahead and be like, they're gonna get a notification saying, okay, he got it from this dealership. They're gonna wire that money to them.
Right.
So
That's crazy,
and
bro.
they get paid. Yeah.
So there we go. Is there anything else that we should learn about credit before we end this? Is there anything, absolutely anything else?
Definitely just build your personal credit. And if you can't build your business credit, of course, get an LLC going. Don't deal with a DPA or sole prep. When you do get your business credit, get your EIN number and your Duns and Bradstreet number, or DNB, whatever you want to call it. Duns and Bradstreet's pretty. You're gonna need it, right?
Right.
And so just get those two together, and once you have those two together, literally just leverage the fuck out of it and just get out of your job. That's all I can really say.
100%.
I mean, there's so much into credit. I can't put we'll be talking about it for like 47
fucking
hours.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys have more questions, just hit me up.
Always hit 'em up.
If you guys want the link to my YouTube channel for the playlist for business credit and personal credit, then it'll be on my Instagram. It'll also
Link will be down here below.
It'll also be down there. So yeah, I mean, if you guys have any certain scenarios or questions or help, then just hit me up.
There we go. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Edward, for coming onto this podcast and giving us the opportunity to learn about credit. Cause I honestly learned a lot. We're actually about to open up a credit card right now.
Hell yeah.
But thank you so much for coming up and talking credit wise and giving us some free game. Cause not a lot of people give out free game, but I definitely appreciate you for coming today and giving us some game. So until next time, 8th episode will be out next. 7th episode, which is this episode, will be out next week. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.
I'm feeling the vibe, it's crazy inside. I'm out of my